Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. One of the wonderful things about the Christian faith is that an individual can feel both adequate and inadequate at the same time. That is, a person can have the humility to express the fact that they are inadequate when it comes to the great and glorious work that the Lord has for them to do, but at the same time say they are more than adequate because it is God Himself who makes them adequate. And so a person can be both humble, but at the same time have confidence to go out and do the work. This is the attitude that the Apostle Paul had and that he expresses in 1 Corinthians chapter 3. For he says, in verse 4, he says, "Such confidence we have through Christ toward God. Not that we are adequate in ourselves to consider anything as coming from ourselves, but our adequacy is from God, who also made us adequate as servants of a new covenant, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter kills, but the Spirit gives life." So in these statements, the Apostle Paul both expresses the fact that he and his companions were both inadequate, but at the same time, through Christ, very adequate to be ministers of this new covenant. And that's a wonderful attitude to have. If we just focus on the fact that we are inadequate, we will be humble, which is a good thing. It's good to be humble, but in all likelihood, we won't go out and actually do the work of the kingdom. We'll all the time sit back, let other people do it, and not really roll up our sleeves and get busy to the work of the kingdom because we just simply feel inadequate and not able to accomplish the task. And so if we just left it at, well, we feel inadequate to do these things, then no work would be done. Yes, we would be humble, but we wouldn't really get into the work God has called us to do. So we must, one, yes, see ourselves as inadequate, but yet at the same time, recognize the fact that God has the ability to make us adequate for the work. And so that our trust and our hope is in Him. And then when we go out, we can have confidence in knowing that, well, we're not doing it in our own strength. We're not doing it because we somehow can do these great things on our own, but we can trust that God will help us to accomplish it. And that gives us greater confidence than if we just trust in ourselves, because if we're really being honest, we all have limitations. We all lack, we all have a cap on how much we can accomplish, how much we can do. But if our confidence is in God, then we can go out saying we can bear much fruit for the Lord, because it's He Himself who makes us adequate and gives us the ability to go out and do the things that He's called us to do. And so today, as we do our reading today, let's reflect on the fact that we are both inadequate and also adequate at the same time to do the work of the Lord. Inadequate in ourselves, but more than adequate with God, helping us, strengthening us, guiding us to do His work. And go out in confidence, doing the work of the Lord, knowing that these things are true. We're both inadequate and adequate at the same time. So these are some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.